What prompted you to seek out these leadership development opportunities in your career?
I was a couple of years into my experience at the Australian Federal Police, and I was looking to take that next step in my career. And actually one of our managers, one of the executives, sent out an email saying, if you're interested in developing yourself, have a look at WLA, their advanced leadership program. And I thought, oh, that might be for me. You know, I'm ambitious, I'm a learner, and I was in a lot of spaces where I was leading, but no one had helped support that development. And I was looking for an opportunity to learn, to be in that space.
Can you tell me a little bit about the experience as an ALP participant in the course?
It's not what you expect. I came in thinking, oh, this is just going to be like a leadership workshop and I'm going to go home, but there was pre-work, there was conversation circles. So the way it's structured is not as you expect it, but it's really beneficial. I think what they do really well is they cultivate an environment of connection. So you get to meet all these incredible women who are in different parts of their career and you're learning from each other, and that's as valuable as the learning you're getting from the tutor.
You are one of our favourite keynote speakers. Can you tell us why it's important and why you think it's important for you to share your story with our audiences?
When I was in those positions where I was leading, I often felt like I was alone. And when I share my story, it's about telling other people we're not alone, that plenty of us struggle with similar experiences. And often there are specific things that are particular to us, but generally some of the challenges we're facing are shared, they're universal. And so for me, it's an opportunity to look at what are the particulars that sometimes we might overlook, but then what are the shared, the universals that we can connect on. I also love it. I love being raw, candid, open, fostering curiosity. I love when the audience gets teary with me, they laugh with me, and there's just something about the energy I bring to the room and feeling like every single time I come, I need to come ready to show up for these women, because I've been the person who sat in the chair and I'm not here to lecture them. I'm just here to tell them what I've learned along the way. And I think that that's the way I learn, and I hope that they can take something from my experiences.
I'm sure they do. What do you think the positive impact is that WLA has had over the past 15 years running these events and our programs?
I think there are probably two key things that WLA has done in terms of impact. One, I think that they've created safe spaces for learning for women trying to excel in leadership and in business. And you know, they probably sent women who thought they wanted to be somewhere on a different direction. And I certainly ended up taking a different direction. I went in with an intention and I walked out with a different answer. So I think that's certainly one. I think two is they've probably built incredible networks, and they're cultivating this culture of women enabling women and empowering women to get out of their own way and not be limited by some of the systemic issues that limit women, and saying sometimes some of that is stuff that we put on ourselves as well. So how do you just let go of everything and go after what you want? And I think those two things are very important.
Finally, is there one key message or takeaway from the Advanced Leadership Program that you still feel that you use in daily life or that has stuck with you since you've finished?
There's been a lot that I still use, especially now that I'm in a leadership position in my workplace where I'm leading a team of 20 to 25 people at any given time. Some of the things that I've taken, one is I've told people to get on the balcony. Another one is around where we're at and sense checking where we're at. So we did this activity where we put ourselves in zones. So the green being, I'm too comfortable, I'm not moving. Orange being, there's enough discomfort that I'm still, challenged and out of my comfort zone that I'm learning. And then red, where we get so distressed. So we looked at positive stress and negative stress. And for me, I'd worked in a lot of spaces where I operated with a low level of stress, and sometimes that was detrimental to my health, but I just thought it was normal. Like if you're leading and you're active and you're busy, then that's a good thing. But I never really had a mechanism to actually sense check that. And so now I look at green zone, orange zone, red zone, and I go, okay, am I at an orange? Am I hitting red? And I use that language in a workforce, it's quite diverse. It's generationally, in terms of cultural diversity. So people have different language sets that they ascribe to things. And talking about green zone, orange zone, red zone is a universal language that we can share. And so I use it to talk about where are we at in terms of stress, but I also use it to talk about conflict. So when people don't say eye to eye, I ask them, what zone are you in? Where did this send you? And they'll say, I'm in my red zone. But maybe how they articulate red is not to say, I'm very frustrated. Maybe they say, I'm really unhappy that this happened. Someone else might interpret that as, oh, well, they just don't like it, but they're not angry, so nothing happened. So I've been able to take that activity and I apply it literally while I'm at work in conversations around conflict and around stress. I think there have been plenty of other examples. I often ask myself and I reflect on what is my true north. And I've come back to what is my true north so many times, and it's been a really good tool. And it's one of the opening things we talk about, what is your true north? And I think it's one of the things that has helped anchor me or ground me every single time I felt like I'm kind of lost and trying to figure things out. So I would say definitely get on the balcony, what is my true north, and having an activity that helps you understand your stress levels and using that tool as well in managing conflict.
Well, thank you so much for taking time to be here with us today for this interview and for the Brisbane Symposium. We love having you with us, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thanks, Amna.